Three things are very important for churches that want to get started on the work of justice. The first thing is, this needs to be based on a biblical conviction. If it's just sort of the passion of the day, it won't be good enough for the work of justice. So I suggest going into a deep season of study in the Scripture to recover God's passion for justice in the Bible. What does He promise about it, and what does He teach us about how to do the work of justice? We have a number of resources at IJM that can help you with that biblical journey, but you need to start with biblical conviction. Secondly, it needs to land in some real place in the world where you need to love some neighbors. So you're probably already loving neighbors in your community or maybe somewhere overseas. Go and actually do a justice assessment. What are the justice needs in that community? And then see how you might meet them. Again, IJM has some resources to be able to do that justice audit. And then thirdly, you need to come together around community. The work of justice can't be just sort of the 3 or 4 justice freaks at your church that, want to go off and do justice. It's something that the whole community needs to participate in. And I think if you pull those 3 things together, biblical faith, a real set of neighbors somewhere in the world that you can love, and thirdly, do it in community, this is what we find actually works. Well, see, that's the most important thing, is positive action. Nobody is benefited from our wallowing in the paralysis of guilt or despair, especially about things in past history. It's important mostly to understand history so you understand what people from that context are thinking and feeling so that you don't go into that context oblivious. But it also doesn't really necessarily empower you unless it has you go forward in doing some practical action. So I would say that it has to do with identifying what are the justice needs, the abuse of power, and then what can you do to be an advocate on the side of those who are suffering from injustice. So don't wallow in the guilt. That doesn't help anyone. Learn from history, but don't let it paralyze you.